What's up everyone, it's Snoo. Today I want to bring you my most ambitious weapon swap tech video to date. What is this, like the fourth or fifth one of these? I love the weapon swap. I know it's not the most popular concept out there, and if you haven't been impressed with one of these videos of mine to date, I swear to you, you're gonna be impressed with this one. So much practical value brought to the gameplay of my character in a league where it really needs a lot of enhancements because it's a really hard league. And just to prove it to you, today I'm not going to be taking you to Act 9, some random place, to showcase the power of the weapon swap. We're going to be doing it on a proper map. We're going to be doing it on an endgame map, a T14 Jungle Valley, highly juiced up Jungle Valley. And when I say juiced up, I mean, there it is. You can see the wisp power. There's the proper 10k juiced map. So I'm not messing around here. I've been doing a little bit of playing off stream today. Okay, did a lot of streaming recently. Today I'm taking the day off. Figured I'd go ahead and make a video on this when I had the opportunity to get a nice juicy map. Sitting here next to my friend, the Warden of the Magi. Actually, she's no longer my friend anymore because, well, sneak peek, I'm a Primalist now. Finally. I know that some of you are probably going to be most surprised in this video by Primalist. But yes, I'm actually Primalist now. We got the Primalist. And, you know, I've been making mirrors and mirrors and mirrors, so I figured I'd spend, I don't know, almost 6 mirrors on charms because that's what these things cost, apparently. But anyway, that's just a side point. You can see, this is a Deadeye. If you caught a glimpse of it, it's a Deadeye and a bow build. But I'm not wearing a bow, I'm wearing an axe because that's the weapon swap. So here's the real weapon, and here's the weapon swap. It's Invictus Metal. I figured out a long time ago, especially when I was using Chaos dot builds, when I was still, you know, a noob at the game, I discovered the wonder of weapon swap for Rampage, free Rampage, and it actually carries over whenever you swap back to the bow. If you can somehow manage to make a kill in a real quick blink of an eye during the weapon swap, which is very easy to do when you're doing dot damage, but I'm not right now. Anyway, if you can do that, you get the full force of Rampage so long as you can keep carrying it forward. And that alone, I mean, that alone is probably good enough to do a weapon swap. Not good enough to make a video on, but good enough reason to probably do this. So highly recommend some Invictus Metal. There's the Dancing Dervish also. I think those are really the only options though for weapon swapping for Rampage. And you know, maybe you can wear the gloves because that's the more traditional way to get Rampage into the build, but I can't because I need to convert to elements because that's my build. It's a physical to element conversion build, and I'm wearing a bunch of magic fine gear, and so I only have so many places to do it. Decided to do it on gloves, so I want to wear some real gloves, not Rampage gloves, for this particular build. So that is the first thing, free Rampage. But the links tell the rest of the story. We got a 6 linked item here, and I was using Advancing Fortress with a Squire. Actually, it was really interesting. I was gonna make a video on that, and if you really want to use Shield Charge instead, you can do that. However, Leap Slam is pretty nice because with Leap Slam, well, just take a look at this. I can actually Leap Slam around the Wildwood and save juice by moving around like this. It's a little bit sticky sometimes. Doesn't always work really well. But anyway, you can kind of get around spaces. It's absolutely excellent for Abyss. It's excellent for situations where you're surrounded and you don't have phasing for whatever reason. So there are some advantages to using Leap Slam over Shield Charge. But I will say, as far as the aesthetic and the feel of a movement skill, I do like Shield Charge a little bit better. I say movement skill because I don't want to overlook the fact that I'm not using one in my main links. There is no movement skill in my main links. So here's advantage number 2. If advantage number 1 is Rampage, advantage number 2 is you save a gem link in your main links. That's a pretty big advantage. Oh, by the way, did you know that if you use whatever you use in the main skill gem link, it's going to have a cooldown. But guess what? Leap Slam doesn't. So, wow. Save a gem link, movement skill with no cooldown, and also doesn't require phasing whatsoever. Pretty big deal there. And we're just getting started. Got 5 more gems to show you. The next one will be the least impressive one. It'll be faster attack support. So not getting any sort of major value out of this other than the fact that Leap Slam doesn't feel bad because it's actually kind of fast. And for the record, if you have a Soul Eater buff on with Leap Slam, it's hilariously fast. But, you know, maybe we'll get to see that, maybe not. Anyway, faster attack support, and then the next thing I will show you, I think, is Awakened Cast on Critical Strike support. Now, it doesn't need to be Awakened Gem. It's not really that big of a deal. on a weapon swap. So you could use a regular one, but I'm using, because I'm such a high budget baller, I figured I'd go ahead and use Awaken Cast on Crit. In fact, what is that gem not level 6 for? I don't know why that gem's not level 6, so I'm going to get on that. I'm going to make it level 6 after this video. Sorry to disappoint you. All right, so next is going to be Cast on Crit Tornado. What kind of build am I again? Oh yeah, I'm a Tornado Shot build. You know how good Tornado is on a Tornado Shot build? It's really, really strong. Single target. They just happen to spawn tornadoes when I'm leaf slamming around. This is a crit-based build, so I got pretty good crit. Not quite crit capped for leaf slam, but about halfway there. And I get to have a tornado for free. It's really interesting. Tornado doesn't despawn when you swap back. Most of the skills in a skill gem link will actually despawn whenever you swap back. For example, Hydrosphere doesn't work with this. I don't know why. I'd like to use Hydrosphere for here. Doesn't work, but Tornado does. For some reason, it persists after swapping, just like Rampage does. Interesting. You know what else persists? Frost Bomb. Why? I don't know. How about some cold exposure and make the monsters not heal? Everybody likes that. Just on the side. Don't need to put Frost Bomb in some weird place, you know, in your main links to swap it out or whatever. Just have it in the weapon swap. Why not? It's just right there, and I can get Frost Bomb out very easily. And I would say this is probably the least important gem link of them all. The last one is a really peculiar one. You know, if I got to make a kill with Rampage, and I get Rampage for it, why not get another bonus for making a kill with the weapon, like Innervate? That's pretty nice too, just some flat lightning damage. It's basically half the value of Wrath Aura. Man, maybe about a third of the value of Wrath Aura. But you know what else is really cool for this? Supported skills have 16 to 277 added lightning damage. You know why that's a big deal? Well, I actually want my Leaf Slam to do damage, not just so that I can make a kill to get Innervate and Rampage, but also to get Fortify, because it's corrupted. Socketing gems are supported by level 10 Fortify. It doesn't matter what the level is, but it does matter how much damage you do, because if you want to actually get Fortify, you need to do a little bit of damage, to which I'll say this synergizes terrifically, since it is a physical axe with a physical weapon conversion and Headhunter buffs. Wow, terrific. It just all comes together great. So that's the 6 link there. We got Innervate, Tornado, Faster Attacks, Leap Slam, Frost Bomb, Awaken Cast on Critical Strike support. Could be regular Critical Strike support. Cast on Critical Strike support, rather. And you could substitute Frost Bomb for something else. If, for example, I was running Warden of the Magi still with Tinctures, and I had an Of the Hail Tincture, which is +2 additional projectiles when hit recently. This was a pretty smart idea I was doing for a little while. Put Forbidden Rite in. You just weapon swap periodically, and voila, you got +2 arrows. Don't even have to worry about it. You don't even need to have it in the main. You don't need to have Forbidden Rite in your main links either. Pretty nice, right? Another option is, for those of you who really like conventional Tornado Shot builds, a cold Tornado Shot build with Sniper's Mark, typically you won't have endurance charges in the build, and you're going to be a pretty squishy build, right? Well, I get endurance charges because I'm using Cast on Crit Warlord's Mark tech stuff, but save that for another day. Most people are using Sniper's Mark with no endurance charges. But here, you can get endurance charge on melee stun support. In which case, Leap Slam always stuns when it first hits an enemy. So when you're first moving through an area with the movement skill, you're going to stun and instantly fill up all your endurance charges. You can use the Immortal Call, no Immortal Call, doesn't matter. Endurance charges, everybody loves them. If they're essentially for free, just by adding it on a link there. And I think it also makes the main skill do a little bit more damage too, to get even more Fortify, if I recall correctly. But anyway, I'm sticking with Frost Bomb now. I used Wave of Conviction before a little bit, didn't like it quite as much. There are a few different options for things that persist. A lot of things, but to remind you, a lot of things do not persist when you swap back over. For example, Hydrosphere. So I'm still learning about different things on there. If you have any recommendation for a final 6-link gem, let me know. But anyway, now we're going to get to see it in action. So I got this properly juiced 10.6k juice map. Love the colors here. It's going to be exciting to see the loot. But anyway, everything's in order here. About to step out in the darkness. And I'm going to cut this video off halfway through because I'm not going to make you sit here and watch all of this super juicy map, which is very laggy, of course, because I just started my OBS studio and I just entered the map, so I apologize for the lag. It's not just because it's a juicy map. It's because I'm also suddenly recording to the desktop. Anyway, we'll get through this real quick. I've not used a weapon swap yet. I actually kind of afraid to do it yet. I need to actually kill some stuff. Don't like a delirium boss. I think there's about a 30% chance I might die right now. So let me get around here, get to a little bit of a cleaner area, actually stand still and fire and kill things, get all the Beyond out of here, get this Mana Stiffener out of here. Okay, I think we're a little bit better now. Now, watch my action bar down there, and you're going to see the weapon swap. All right, here it is. Did a leap slam. Hey, check out that Fortify. 20 Fortify. Oh my god. Innervate. Oh my god. Endurance charge. Well, I already have endurance charge. And a tornado's out. And a frost bomb's out. And a rampage is up. Oh my god. Look at that. Just for doing that for half of a second. You know what? My Fortify ran out. Let me get it back again. Oh, there it is. Well, you can't see it because I got too many buffs. Oh, there it is. Oh, now it's up. I'm getting some really bad altars here. What's going on? Oh, I'm going to kill this guy here. I'm tired of seeing the delirium boss hanging around here. Unique dupes. Well, if the altar's that easy, I can still take it. Alright, so I want to show this to you with an Abyss. So we're going to do one Abyss, and then we're going to close out the video. So what I love this for is the hardest league mechanic right now is seemingly to do Abyss, to do an Abyssal Spire, to survive the Abyssal Spire and the onslaught of monsters that come flooding out of it at the end. And I'm going to show you how good it is. Just got some Fortify right there. You can see me weapon swap. I mean, I could do this literally every 6 seconds if I want and just keep 20 Fortify up permanently. It's a little hard to do with the lag, I will admit. But, you know, it does work. All right. Am I not paying attention? I should probably move up to this here. Oh, almost killed the Spire. Well, I got the Spire down to about 50% life, and it's going to shoot out its prongs, and I'm just leap slamming like a crazy person, and there's 20-something mega tunneler rares out here, but you know what? They can't do any damage to me because I'm fortified. I got all the buffs in the world, and, well, you know, having strong character also helps. But anyway, there you go. That was easy. That was really easy, especially with all the Fortify. So there you go. That's how it's done. And I'm just going to close out the video here. But I'm going to keep playing because I got Headhunter buffs. I prefer not to lose them. But I am going to cut off the video now. The only way I don't cut off this video is if a mirror drops later, so you're going to know that immediately. If a mirror drops, I'll let it keep playing for you, okay? Just assuming a mirror doesn't drop from this video. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.